Hello and welcome to our impromptu, not scheduled until very last minute trip announcement planning call. This is just a really good place to learn about how to earn a LeBri trip if you've never earned one before, ask questions and all that good stuff. So last night they announced that we are going to be traveling to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And I'm going to share my screen to show you guys where all this information is. If you go to lebri.com, scroll to the bottom, click on consultant login. This is your back office or your business center, and they added a button yesterday. So there's a button right here on the home screen called LeBri Founders Trip 2026, and this is everything they talked about last night on how to earn the trip, all of the little details. I was kind of bummed. I mean, I was at a show, so I was excited to be at a show, but the show started at the same exact time as this announcement. So I had to watch it today. And I was like scrolling through during intermission trying to find out the location. So anyway, I heard that the excursions include like swimming with dolphins, and there's a catamaran to an island, and just if you haven't been on a LeBri vacation before, they're the best. They're not training, they are truly a vacation. Like you wake up, it's all inclusive. You go about your day at the pace you want to go to. The only scheduled things are going to be, oh, here comes Connie. The only scheduled things are going to be like a welcome dinner or a welcome breakfast, and then a farewell happy hour, and then whatever excursion that they plan that you can sign up for. The rest of it, it is truly a vacation for you. And if you want to bring your spouse or maybe one of your adult children or a sibling or a best friend that's not a LeBri consultant, you can actually earn a trip for two. Once you earn level one, you can buy in a second person. So you just have to earn at least level one to get that second person. So the dates are March 15th through the 21st. I haven't looked yet to see if what days of the week that is. Debbie, do you happen to know them off the top of your head? I haven't looked yet. Sunday. Sunday the 15th through Saturday the 21st. So, that'll be during St. Patrick's Day too. So does anybody have questions about where it is, when it is, what it's like, anything like that? And then we'll get into how to earn it. Okay. LeBri has been to Dominican Republic twice already, and I didn't go because I cashed out those trips. It was 2021 and 2022 when there still was some like COVID restrictions going on. But everybody that I talked to that have been, they said the beaches are crystal clear, the resorts are beautiful, everything is just wonderful. All right. If you do have a question and you think about it, you can just pop it in the chat so you don't forget it. So let's look at how to earn this trip. So trip point season starts tomorrow, July 1st through December 31st. And there is a tracker Excel spreadsheet in here if you want to use that, but LeBri tracks it for you too. I recommend tracking it yourself also, just in case there's some kind of glitch, right? You never know. Um, and down here are the tiers. So tier one, this earns you the trip, not airfare. So just the 6 nights in Punta Cana, you need 25,000 points. For level two, you need 30,000, and this also covers your airfare up to 700. I want to say she said 725 on the call last night. Um, and what's cool about LeBri is you can let them book your flight for you, or if you have flight points or you get certain like miles or whatever, you can book your own flight too and take advantage of all of that, and they'll still cover it payment wise. Um, Level three is the trip for a guest, and level four is the airfare for your guest. So trip and air, plus one trip and air. Um, and it goes up by 5,000 increments. Once you get to 25,000, the rest of it happens really fast. Once you get to 25,000, the rest of it's all extra. And so what I like to do is I like to get those 25,000 points earned no later than October, especially if I want to take my spouse. Um, October, November, December are always our biggest months of the year. The holiday catalog gets launched usually October 1st, if not like the last week of September. Lots of holidays. Um, and once you get to 25,000, the rest of it, getting the trip, or sorry, getting the airfare and getting a plus one paid for, you can earn that coasting through October, November, December. So what I like to do is take 25,000 and divide it by the amount of months that I want to get to that number. So let me see, July, August, September, October. So I take 25,000. We're going to do a little bit of math here. 25,000 divided by 4, because that's how many months I have to get there. I need 6,250 points a month if I want to earn level 1 by October. So roughly 6,000 points in July, 6,000 in August, 6,000 in September, and 6,000 in October, and I will have earned the trip. You get 1,000 points for going to convention. I don't think that's listed on here. It's not. So, oh wait, maybe it is down here. It says, while not guaranteed, additional opportunities to earn trips may be available. So one of those is convention. Um, and then sometimes they do fun incentives where you can earn bonus trip points. The best way that I have learned to earn trips, I've earned every single trip since 2019 when I earned my first trip. Once you earn one, you're like, I'm earning all of them. These vacations are so wonderful. You get 1 point for every dollar in personal volume, and they increased it to 30,000 as the cap. So you can earn the entire trip and your airfare just on personal points. You don't even have to sponsor anybody. You don't have to have shows. You don't have to promote. You can just sell and earn the trip. They've never done that before. They've always capped it, and usually it's capped at like 20,000. So you can't even earn level 1 before this without sponsoring and shows. So anyway, I'm really excited about that. Um, and when you have a new buying customer, you get 10 extra points. So if you have 10 new customers, you got 100 extra points just because they're new, no matter, and then on top of how much they order as well. So they're still really incentivizing new buying customers. It does look like the order does have to be a minimum of 75, so keep that in mind. I feel like all orders should try to get to 75, but especially a new customer so they get the free shipping, get the free sample, and then you get the points too. And it's totally okay to let your new customers know, like, look, it's a win-win. I get extra trip points, and I know you want to see me earn the trip too, and you get free shipping, you get a free sample. Like, we both win if we just get to 75. And normally people are only one product away from that. Okay, I digress. Next is sales of new consultants that you sponsor since May. So if you've sponsored anybody starting or in the last 2 months, May and June, their sales count. So you might already have trip points if you've sponsored someone in the last 2 months and they've had sales. They've always capped this. at 7,500 points. And I thought I heard her say on the call last night that they were gonna remove the cap. Did you guys hear that? So on here it says that it's capped at 7,500 points, but it sounds like they're gonna remove that. So that's really cool. Maybe maybe I'll reach out to Lynn Lippert. I almost called her Lynn Pointer. Lynn Lippert and see if that's accurate. Okay, I'm pausing. Any questions so far? Okay. All right. Qualified shows. So this is new slash different. You only get points for hosted qualified shows, which means they can't be self-hosted. They have to have a customer host, and it can't be your customer account. Um, this goes in line with President's Circle. This goes in line with the new Wings Award. Shows with a host are the ones that count for trip points, and it's 50. 50 trip points for each closed, qualified, hosted show, and they have to be July 1st through December 31st. So, if you have shows that are open right now but not closed yet, change the date before you close it. Even if it's just one or two, if you have one or two shows open right now with a host, not self-hosted, change the date of the show before you close it. Because the system won't see when you closed it, it'll see the date of the show. I hope that makes sense. Let me check the chat. Connie said her notes say new consultant sales cap removed too. So yeah, I'll ask about it because it's different here. And then the last way to earn points is to promote, and this is probably the easiest way to get points quickly because if you're promoting, you're working your business, you're sponsoring, you're selling, you're probably meeting new customers and new consultants. So if you are doing all those things and promoting, you're going to earn this trip easy peasy. And they actually started this in January. So if you promoted January, February, March, April, May, or June, that counted and you already have trip points. Pretty cool, huh? What else? Oh, new consultants, they get 5,000 trip points. Am I right about that, Debbie? Yep. So new consultants already get 5,000 trip points. The other thing that they mentioned is that the top 20, so the people with the highest points, they will get to be elite club room status. So they'll get upgraded elite club rooms. I don't think they went into too many details, but right here it says private check-in, exclusive welcome gift, in-room aromatherapy. That's cool. Access to the elite club lounge, beach, and restaurant. I'll tell you guys, the at the Jamaica vacation that we just went on, the Jamaica Founders trip, the people who had overwater bungalows, the top 10 people, they had something similar to this, and their pool was this like rooftop private. It was so beautiful, and they had a lounge with extra like snacks, and you could only get in if you had that little bracelet. So, this is a really cool upgrade. Let me check the chat. Will it matter if the orders happened before the date of the show? No, you won't get points for the orders, but you'll get 50 points for the show if you change the date on it. That's how it's worked in the past. Hopefully it still works that way. Oh yeah, and here it is. New consultants who enroll as of May 1st get 5,000 bonus points. Okay, so let's try to strategize this together. That's not what I want. I want the Excel version. We've got about 10 more minutes if you guys have questions or want to see some examples. How do I zoom in? Let's do this. So this is the spreadsheet that LeBri gives us. It's not my favorite. I have another spreadsheet that I really like from my friend Susan, and she usually will like update it to the trip points are always a tad bit different. But you could strategize on this one that LeBri gives us. You could also use ChatGPT, which is something Debbie did. Ask ChatGPT, how do I earn 6,300 trip points a month for the next 4 months if you want to, try to earn more than just level one. Um,
Can I mention too, the biggest thing that I'm doing a lot of training on ChatGPT because I also have the the buying version of ChatGPT. So
yeah.
you wanna put in your ChatGPT, act as a skincare specialist for Labri and develop a high-end product promotion strategy. Break this down to be able to earn, for me, 6,600 points per month to earn the Punta Cana incentive trip by earning points. And I put in what the qualifications for each thing. And then between July 1st through December 31st, create a plan to make this happen. And it printed out me 2 pages. And it says my goal for each month is 6,600 points. My personal sales, I need to reach 3,000. Obviously, these are going to be tweaked depending on what happens, right? And then new buying customers, 500 points, 50 new customers. It just really pinpoints for you as to where you might need to start working to get those points and not just have it be sales, that there's other possibilities. And then it tells me a monthly strategy of how to, promote high-end sets like the Trio Skincare, Bakuchiel, anti-aging, how to get new customers, how to get qualified shows, and then it also gave me message scripts on the back,
Cool.
which was pretty cool. I'm opening spots for my summer skin school, is what it said. So it gives you some really cool ideas just to at least get started, and then you can tweak it what's best for you. So, all right, thanks.
That's awesome. I tried to type what you were saying, but I think I only caught some of it. But it says monthly breakdown. So it's having us shoot for 4,000 in personal sales. I will say, as somebody that had never had that much sales in a month before the first time I earned a trip, setting that goal and getting anywhere close to it is so exciting. Like,
Mhm.
if you're looking at your sales right now and you rarely break 1,000 or you rarely break 2,000 a month in sales and you're seeing this 4,000 number and you're like, oh my gosh, I could never do that, don't write yourself off because this is 40 skincare sets, the small skincare sets. This is 20 anti-aging sets. This is not an undoable number. And I even had it break down as like one skincare set a day. Will you have to meet new people? Absolutely. Are you going to be able to get to 4,000 on just repeat current customers? Nope. Probably not. But if you have new customers during this time, that's going to give you points too.
Mhm.
So also keep in mind that we get cash bonuses when you have this high of sales. I forgot is there a 3,500? I know there's a 2,500 level. Is 3,500 the next level, or am I making that up?
Let me grab my book.
Okay, thanks. I want to say it's 25, 35, 5,000.
Oh my gosh, I can't. My eyes are blind. Oh, here it is. So 3,500 is $400 cash bonus.
$400 cash bonus, and you'll be working towards the trip. Very.
And that's 3,500 points.
Hmm.
And if you do it correctly and you have an open, like Melissa calls it, a loyalty link, someone opens that and you have other people who might not have a friend that's having a party right now, give them your link to order, ahead of time and put it on your friend's show that's being a hostess. So that way you get the recognition at convention. You are going to be able to have a self show, or excuse me, host qualified show. I
Yeah.
gotta get used to that. So yeah, there's just so many different ways you can earn points, and that's what's that's what makes it exciting. So like Melissa's saying, the 4,000 points. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do that. On here, it's telling me I need to do 20 shows a month. Okay, well that's a little overwhelming for me since I don't really go anywhere. So how can I be creative? And it tells me here that I could do um, Facebook Lives, messenger shows, text parties, and then you can have themed parties, host rewards, boost, double gift if you wanted to, give a little extra away because you earned a $30 product credit. That could be given back to, one of your hostesses that had like the top sales or, things like that. So just getting really creative to make sure that you do get your shows and don't think, oh my God, I got to leave the house 5 days a week. You don't have
Right.
to do that.
And the point system that I put in here, it's saying 8 shows, and it even says do one on the weekday and one on a weekend and
Hmm.
have fun with it. It's
Hmm.
also okay if the same people come to your shows. I always have like one or two hype people that come to every show and they invite other people and then they start having fun and then they want to earn the trip and so they sign up by like the second or third party and now their sales also earn you trip points and you and themselves trip points. So it's okay to invite the same people to more shows. That's how you kind of show everybody this is fun, this is exciting, invite your friends.
Hmm.
It's saying here to have 20 new customers a month. So we have one more month of the Red Hot Summer deals, which is where you get points for every new customer order. And then you get to shop with those points. So we have what if you can get 20 new customers in July, that'd be amazing. Let's see. It even says use skincare surveys, follow-ups, and incentives like try a new product, get $5 off your next order. That's cool. One promotion. So this is, like I said, to get 2,000 points in a month, this is a great way to do it. A lot of you have plenty of room to grow. Promoting is as simple as sponsoring and teaching your newly sponsored people how to do what you do. So you teach them how to do shows and then invite them to these trainings too. You don't have to train anybody by yourself. Let Debbie
Hmm.
and I support. We want to do that. We love helping new consultants. What else? It says sponsor 1 to 2 people a month and teach them how to earn the trip. And then if they have 1,000 or 2,000 in sales, you get those points too. The people who are in the top 20, they're gonna have newly sponsored consultant points for sure. This is a good idea. Pro Move, it says. Pro Move. Host a monthly Why LeBry Zoom and invite potential sponsors to hear stories and ask questions. We used to do this, Debbie. We should bring this back. We called it, what did we call it?
I don't know. We've done so much stuff
It was
together.
like, why
It
not
was like
speak or something?
or it was like a spotlight,
Oh, yeah. We did do spotlights.
consultant spotlight. I think we did like leaders, consultants,
Yeah.
rank runners, and why are you doing this kind of thing.
And I've done customer spotlights too, and those were really successful as online shows because I didn't have to go anywhere. A lot of my business I've worked online just because of COVID and stuff, but honestly, I enjoy being virtual even more than being in person. And what I did is I reached out to my customers one by one. I kind of started with who's ordered the most frequently, and I said, would you be open to me spotlighting 3 of your favorite LeBry products? And then they'd usually say, sure, what do I need to do? And I said, all you need to do is answer these questions. What are your 3 favorite LeBry products? And if you could recommend it to any 3 people, who would those 3 people be? And that's it. And then you let me go live. I usually went live on Facebook. Let me go live and talk about your favorite products. And all you have to do is watch and comment. And if you want to tag people, I'll give those people a link to order on, and you'll get the rewards for it. And they're like, oh, that's super easy. Yeah, here's my top three favorite products. And I'll tag my mom and my sister and my coworker, Beth, in the comments. And I'm like, awesome. Does Tuesday at 8 p.m. work for you? And they'd be like, yep, I'll be on and I'll comment. And I would do like three of those in a week. That's three shows,
Mm-hmm.
especially and they can stay open, right? If you need to take your time sending samples to people or following up, like seeing working with each person to get their order in. And it every time you go live, you're not just talking to five people in a show, you're talking to your entire Facebook. So however many friends you have on Facebook, I would go live and have a host and she would tag her people and somebody else would see it and they would go, "Oh, that was easy. I want to do that too." Or, "Oh, that was easy. I could do that as a consultant." And they would sign up. And I'd usually have incentives like buy a starter kit and get a shopping spree, or order by this date and get a free blah blah blah. Um, so you can use that idea too.
Another option is using the LeBri Live. If you're comfortable with that,
Mhm,
you could do 15-minute intervals
mhm,
of having a show, just have their, their customer, their friends come on. They
mhm,
have all the videos and everything done for you. If you don't feel comfortable going live and talking about the product, you
mhm.
spend 15 minutes, people are commenting, the stuff goes right into the little chat and they can click on what they want. Boom. Then you take a 10-minute break, go back and do another one for 15 minutes. You could end up doing like 4 shows in an evening,
You could.
if you wanted to,
Yeah.
So it just depends on your comfort level too.
And you could also have multiple hostesses in one live too. Like, I don't think there's a cap on how many people can get into a live, especially if you do a live stream where everybody's in the comments. Um, and these are just all online ideas. I do love in person. I love brunches and happy hours and game nights and dinner parties and tea parties and mommy and me, where moms bring their daughters. I was just looking at my Facebook memories, and a year ago today, we had a mommy and me makeover. And so it had six adults, but then they all brought their daughters. So we had 12 people all doing LeBri makeup, and everybody placed an order, do the math.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just one Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon, it doesn't um get them on the calendar and see how fast you can earn the trip with doing shows and booking your calendar full. The other thing I will suggest is that if you're going anywhere, be sample ready, especially during trip point season, and keep track. Like, have a journal, or I like to use the Notes app in my phone because I always have my phone and I get their name, their number, and I write down what sample they tried. And the fortune is in the follow-up. So if you give away a sample and you never check in to see how they liked it or how their skin responded, then you just gave it away. But if you give it with the intention of following up, now you have a business plan, and now you can help them get connected with the products that they love, which just reminds me I need to reach out to my neighbor.
Will you be creating a chat for us to like be creative together in a chat for the trip?
Yes, give me a chat group name that's fun for earning this trip to Punta Cana.
True.
Let's see what we're gonna call it. Punta Power Squad. Passport to Punta. Punta
Oh
Point
God.
Party. Beach Bound Bosses. That one's cute. Sandy Toes and Sales Goals. Cruising Decana from cleanser to coastline. I
Those
like
are
the
cute.
I like the beach bound bosses. That's cute to me. What do you guys like?
I like that one.
I like it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Beach bound bosses. So what I'll do is the chat we already have, the Red Hot Summer Series chat, we're just gonna rename it. So we
Okay.
don't need to, yeah, we don't need to move everybody. I'll change the picture, I'll change the name. There's two more Red Hot Summer Series calls. There's one tomorrow, which will be similar to this, but through Lori, how to earn the trip and get pumped up for that. And then the 8th, July 8th, will be the last Red Summer Series. Um, and then we have convention in July. Um, we have our semi-annual skincare. The trios are on sale. This is July is always our one of our biggest months of the whole year. It's like October, April, anniversary, and July. Those 3 months are usually huge. And they're exciting, and there's new products coming out. I actually know two of them, um, but I can't tell you. And what was the other
Come on, you're not very good with
I'm a
secrets.
terrible, terrible secret keeper. Um, but I was part of the like demo people. Melanie said, "Oh, come on. Melanie you're coming to convention, so you'll get it. I think the cool thing about convention is we will get the new products probably on like Friday. Sometimes they wait till the last day, but everybody else doesn't get to see them or buy them or anything until Monday. They're not even gonna be like you can't even see them on the website until Monday, which really threw some people off last year, but it was really nice for those of us at convention because we were able to travel home safely without having to worry about fielding, new product questions and sales and all of that. Okay, I went over a few minutes, but I know we started a few minutes late too. Any last minute questions before we hop off? Okay. Let's go to the
Thank-
beach. Let's earn this
Yeah.
beach trip. Beach bound bosses.
Love
Awesome.
it.
And I'll post this recording in the team page and in the chat. So if you have any team members that want to know more about earning the trip, you can just tag them in the video so they can get caught up.
Thanks for doing this.
Okay, love you
So
guys.
fun. Bye.
Later,
Thank
bye.
you.
Yeah.